Joining us now is a very special newsmaker. I'm joined by Aaditya Thackeray of the Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray Shiv Sena, as it's now being called. Are you okay with that name, Aaditya Thackeray, at the very outset? Do you believe that being called Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray Sena is for you a fair game that the Election Commission has played, considering the other side, that is the Eknath Shinde group, has been called Balasaheb Thackeraychi Sena or Balasaheb Thackeray
No.
Sena? Are you okay with what has
Yeah.
been done by the Election Commission?
So, Rajdeep ji, I think you've succinctly very well put it because when we were given the name, of course, we are contesting and our claim still remains on Shiv Sena and the bow and arrow. And that will go on because what has happened is purely Gaddari, it's betrayal, and that cannot be legitimized. Having said that, for the interim period, they've given us the name Shiv Sena Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray and have given us the symbol of a mashal. Now, Shiv
Yes.
Sena Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray, that actually brings everything together. And even the EC has proved that you cannot separate Shiv Sena from Uddhav from Balasaheb Thackeray. I think that is very, very important in the eyes of the EC and in the eyes of the people. The other name that we have got, Balasahebanchi Shiv Sena. Now, they haven't got Balasaheb Thackeray and Shiv Sena. So there are multiple Balasahebs across the country. So it could be anyone's Shiv Sena that they are trying to run. That is up to them. But Shiv Sena Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray also is very important for us because in the last 2.5 years, the people of Maharashtra and the people of the country have seen the work of Mr. Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray while being the chief minister, his administrative capacities, his inclusive politics, and taking everyone together towards sustainable development. And that has been appreciated by everyone. Everyone has seen him as a Kutumba Pramukh, as a family man for the entire state of Maharashtra. And I think that uh, takes us to every home now.
But the fact is that, even 6 months ago, one would have not imagined, or even 3 months ago, a situation where the Shiv Sena and its bow and arrow, which is your traditional symbol, A, would be frozen, and B, you would now have effectively two groups competing for the legacy of Balasaheb Thackeray, which is effectively what has happened. So while you can claim that you are satisfied for now, surely you and indeed the Shiv Sainiks will wonder about divided loyalties of your Shiv Sena today.
Rajdeep ji, you have covered politics for decades now, and you've seen politics of India very, very closely. You've seen world politics also. But the kind of politics that is happening in our state today, that is, the way it is being divisive, the way it is being, trying to fool the people, I think it's never happened before. As someone who's 32 years old, this kind of vindictive politics, this kind of low grade, dirty politics is something I had never expected when I stepped into politics 10 years ago. And this is not something what I thought was politics. I always thought that politics was about helping the people, serving the people. Yes, when you're in an election, you have allegations and counter allegations, you have got name calling, and I've seen that. But there's always been not a fine line, but a very thick line dividing vindictive politics from electoral politics in Maharashtra, which has sort of blurred today. As far as the loyalties go, if you see, I've been touring across Maharashtra. You have been also, taking a lot of feedback from Maharashtra and the people. The loyalties of the 40 Gaddars can be challenged even within themselves because those who couldn't be loyal to the man who gave them everything cannot be loyal to themselves, to their families, to the people that they've stuck to today. But the loyalties of the people on ground, both political and non-political, largely because of the work that we've done in the past 2.5 years, are strongly with Uddhav Sahib.
But the fact is that 40 out of 55 left you. So the question will be the Shinde Sena or the Balasahebachi Sena, Shiv Sena is claiming now that they have a majority of the legislators with them. They claim also majority of the organization is with them, and therefore purely on the strength of numbers they are the real Shiv Sena. So presumably this battle is far from over and will probably be only settled when the municipal corporation elections are held in Mumbai and indeed across Maharashtra in a few months from now.
Oh, yeah, yeah. They can actually, go to an extent of even claiming the UN Security Council to be with them and the G5, the G7, G20 to be with them in a global perspective. But if you see on the Dasara rally day, there was only one Dasara rally at the Shivatirtha. The other one, which was, sort of a mela going on, you saw, even though they had 40 of the legislative assembly members out there with them, You had some of the ministers dozing off on the stage. You had a crowd that was quickly emptying out by the middle of the meeting.
But Mr. Aditya Thackeray, he has the support, Mr. Eknath Shinde has the support of the BJP, which is the party in power at the center, which is a majority party in parliament. And the belief is that once they come together, then they become a very, very powerful force. One reason why 40 people went, presumably, is they sensed that they wanted to be in power with the BJP. So you are now going to have to combat not just the Shinde Sena, but the BJP. In fact, in the Andheri East election that is to take place, the bypoll in November, it's the BJP which is going to put up their candidate. So you are competing against a very powerful force at the moment.
I think you've said what everyone has to say, and you've actually spoken what's on everyone's mind, because people in this country today, in the age of information and social media, have read through what has happened. But I think what we are competing against is the fact that the very principles of democracy and our constitution is challenged today. If today such gaddars, and I wouldn't call them anything else, and I wouldn't find a better word for them in English or any other language, if gaddari is legitimized in such a way, then you will see that every state will start facing this problem. Most importantly, the principle lies that is this democracy. Today, there is no cover for defection in any of our law, bylaw, or the Constitution of India. Today, what has happened is defection, and what they ought to face is disqualification by law, whatever the strength is, because we in our country look at the party and the party structure, the organizational structure, not the legislative party.
But you know, Aditya Thackeray, while you claim that they are defectors, they are gaddars, they are claiming you are Dennis, and therefore when the name is Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray, they will claim this only reaffirms our claim that this is a party of Dennis. We are the party of the real Shiv Sainiks. This is what Eknath Shinde has been going around Maharashtra, Mumbai saying ever since he became chief minister. Is that a hurdle that you will have to overcome? That Uddhav Thackeray will have to, in a sense, suggest that, look, I have a party which is not just a family party.
Not at all. We are extremely proud of it, because the people of Maharashtra know that I am the sixth generation serving the people. They are, of course, wanting to finish off the Thackeray family. They are behind the Thackeray family because they know that as long as we are in the field, they cannot claim and they cannot prove their lies to the people. One of the most important things to note here is they have shifted their goalposts left, right, center, and have been countered very, very successfully, not by us, but by the people on everything that they have said. They've been challenged and put down every time they've put out a claim. The first claim was they could not work with the Congress and NCP. But 2.5 years, they were sworn in with the same government, same ministers. They did what they had to. They had their own bungalows, perks, everything. Then the next claim was about them not getting enough funds. And then I think the then Deputy CM, and now the leader of opposition, Mr. Ajit Pawar, read out the funds that were given to all of these MLAs and the ministers. They couldn't claim on that, put a claim on that. Then they put a claim on Hindutva. We wrote that claim off from them. Now they're claiming on the Thackeray. I think tomorrow they might even want to take our surname away and claim it for themselves. Because for them, what they have got is an invisible hand behind them.
No, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
But
exactly, that's what I'm saying.
But Aditya Thackeray, if you look at the Dussehra rallies, at the BKC rally, members of the Thackeray family, Jaidev Thackeray, Smita Thackeray, Nihal Thackeray were all present there. So in a sense, they are sending out the message that this party is not just of Uddhav and Aditya Thackeray. There are other Thackeray families as well, members as well. You're a divided family. That's the message they tried to send out.
I wouldn't be too surprised if they use the masks of all of us for the electoral campaigns, because I mean, finally, that's what their, the whole pivotal point for them is, and that's what they're claiming. But the sad fact of the matter is that they have backstabbed the person who did everything for them and who gave them the social and political identities. I think that fact is deeply set within the people. It is a khoke sarkar, and it will remain a khoke sarkar.
You know, But there is one question that will also remain about Hindutva. The other claim they are making is that while you claim they betrayed the Shiv Sena, betrayed Uddhav Thackeray, betrayed Balasaheb's legacy, they claim you betrayed the Hindutva identity that Balasaheb Thackeray was identified with by tying up first with the Congress NCP and then slowly, according to them, moving away from core Hindutva beliefs. You know, it's very interesting that even at the Dussehra rally, Uddhav Thackeray ji spoke about Bilkis Bano. And these are issues which have never been raised in the past, but it almost seems as if the Shiv Sena or the Uddhav Balasaheb Shiv Sena wants to reinvent the notion of Hindutva, and that's what Eknath, Shinde and others are objecting to.
Not at all. I mean, let me start off with the Bilkis Bano issue, because Uddhavji raised the Bilkis Bano and the Ankita Bhandara issue. In no religion in any part of the planet can the rape and murders of children and such rapes or heinous crimes be celebrated after the prisoners have been released from jail. There is no place for such things in Hindutva, or at least what we believe is our Hindutva, as we've been learning from our grandfather and Hindu Samrat Balasaheb Thackeray. Nobody can justify garlanding rapists after they've come out serving their term from the prison. I think their place is at the gallows, and that is what we've been taught by Hindu Samrat Balasaheb Thackeray. So that is one. But the other fact is, yes, for the MVA, three parties, the Shiv Sena, the Congress, and the Rashtravadi Congress, came together with other friends and allies to form the Mahavikas Aghadi. Now here clearly you can see two different spectrums of ideology coming together for the state of Maharashtra, for democracy, and for the ideals of the Constitution of India. Now, while we worked for the people of Maharashtra, nowhere did the ideologies come in clashing, because the ideology was common, that whatever your beliefs may be, whatever your party may be founded on, the first ideal of every ideology in a political alliance is to serve the people selflessly, and that is what we kept doing. You may also remember that right from 2018, when we first raised the issue of Ram Mandir in 2018, after which the court case took a momentum, to and going there as all of us as family, to even after becoming chief minister, Uddhav Sahib went to Ayodhya twice. I've gone there at least 3 to 4 times. He may be the only chief minister from the rest of the country, apart from UP, who's gone to Ayodhya so many times, even when in an alliance with the Congress and NCP, very openly demanding a Ram Mandir. And then later on, we went and we asked for a Maharashtra Bhavan at Ayodhya for the people and the pilgrims who would go there. The other question lies, of course, of something like the 10 temples, for which the 10 ancient temples, more than 100 years old, for which our government as MVA gave funds for their restoration and rejuvenation in terms of a spiritual perspective and a tourism perspective for the world. No other government had done this before. That's what we as the MVA did. And that is what our Hindutva was. I did that in Mumbai. Going further, we were, of course, working on bringing the Tirupati Mandir from Tirupati, the Balaji Mandir, to Navi Mumbai, something that I'm very, very proud of, that no government has done before. We gave them 10 acres of land near Navi Mumbai. This new government, the illegal Khoke Sarkar, has put that on a back burner. This is a Hindutva. Going further, if you look at what we did in terms of Aurangabad and Osmanabad, very crucial questions that you may want to ask us, because again, this was something that Hindu Samrat Balasaheb Thackeray said since the 80s. We changed it to Sambhaji Nagar and we changed it to Dharasiv, with the Congress and NCP being with us, nowhere leaving Hindutva behind. But the differentiating factor with our Hindutva and theirs was, what we did was without fueling hate. What we did was without riots and without any unnecessary divisions in the society. We took everybody together. Yes, we got a letter from the governor back then asking the chief minister, Mr. Uddhav Thackeray, whether he had suddenly turned political. And the only thing that we did that time, because the governor was asking us to open temples in the midst of the second COVID wave, was we said no, because our first rule of our dharma is to save lives while serving the people. Had we not kept everything closed, you would have seen a lot of people dying on the streets in the middle of COVID than taking care of them. So that is where the differentiating factor lies. And I think that could be for everyone who follows Hindutva across the country.
No, but you keep saying that they have, that they have betrayed you. They will, on the other hand, claim that, look, there are 40 of us. It's not 10, 12, it's 40. It's 2/3 of the party has left you. Why did 2/3? Have you ever tried to sort of introspect and say, did we go wrong somewhere? Did we fail in somewhere? Or are you only going to blame the BJP for luring these MLAs away from you? Is there another reason? Could something have gone wrong in the way your decision making was, or Uddhav Thackeray's leadership, which was responsible for so many of your loyalists also, people who've been with you for years, leaving you?
There's a popular saying right now in Maharashtra, Pannas khoke, ekdam okay. I think that has struck the chord of the people, because that is the real truth. They have gone for their own monstrous ambitions. Now, if you see what went wrong probably with us, is when we were hearing rumors and murmurs about, these 2, 3 core Gaddars who wanted to defect for some of the personal pressures that they may be having or some of the ambitions that they may be holding, we actually tended to trust them because we run on a principle of 100% trust. There's no trust deficit within the party. If tomorrow you join the party and you tell me something, I'm going to take you on your face value and trust you outright and depend on you for the people to be served. While serving in the last 2.5 years, we did not play dirty politics. We did not send notices of tadiparis, or we did not put agencies behind the opposition, and neither did we keep a watch on our own people because we trusted them. Also, for the people from those 40 Gaddars who claim that we were not meeting, if you go through our Twitter timelines or our social media, you'll see pictures with us on an almost alternate day basis, with them in every program, every meeting. So their reasons, they might have reasons for that, whatever the reasons they have. I think every reason has been erased by the people of Maharashtra, and the people of Maharashtra know the truth.
Two final questions. One, is there any possibility of going back before the 2024 elections to the BJP and Narendra Modi ji's leadership? I'm told that Uddhav Thackeray still has a good relationship with Mr. Modi, and the problem was with Amit Shah. Is that true? Is there any possibility of going back to the BJP under Mr. Modi's leadership?
Look, I mean, right now is not the time to answer on ifs and buts because I don't think we can look at hypothetical situations right now. For me, the focus is to go on ground and keep meeting the people because there is a lot of love, there's a lot of blessings coming our way, and that's what is for me to keep gathering.
And finally, for Aaditya Thackeray, what's been the big learning? You were accused of having a very comfortable entry into politics. You became a minister at a very young age. Now, what has been the biggest learning? Have the last 3 months been a wake-up call, in a sense, for Aaditya Thackeray, which is why you're traveling now across the state, trying to once again reconnect with people? Do you believe for you this has been a wake-up call? Has it toughened you up? Do tough times make you tougher?
Today is the birthday of Mr. Bachchan, and there's only one poem that can define this, Agnipath. I think that is what the biggest, what we see as today. But of course, the learning really is that it is up to you to clean up things in politics. Politics is disgusting, but more than that, what has hit us really is the fact that the 40 Gaddars, and today we still can't define it in words. The way the things happen, people who we thought that we belong to them, they belong to us. There was a different kind of a relationship that we could trust and give everything to. I think betrayal by them has really taught us that humanity is present in a few, but the other few, there can be really some disgusting features in them. And that's what is really coming out in terms of the dark fact of life at a certain point. But I think for us, it's to keep fighting and to keep winning, because if you have done no wrong, there's no reason to hide.
Well, Aaditya Thackeray, you used Agnipath as an analogy. Clearly, your party and you as an individual and your father are going through a political Agnipath at the moment. We'll wait and see what happens in the days and weeks and months ahead. But for now, thank you so much for joining me here on the news today and answering all my questions. Thank you.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.